color that is. The Mets' collapse of 2007 is the only time I can remember being depressed for a prolonged period based on a sports result. I almost got a little concerned for myself. The fall of '07 was like a nightmare from which I couldn't awaken, and then to have it happen again, not quite as dramatically but almost, the following year was just beyond awful, even for a Mets fan. And that was coming off the tremendous disappointment of 2006, with the great Endy Chavez catch leading to Carlos Beltran leaving his bat on his shoulder for strike 3. I'm one of those Mets fans who never forgave Beltran, by the way. When he got hired as Mets manager, I was against it for no other reason than I still have post-traumatic stress disorder over the image of that bat on his shoulder. Yeah, I know. He was a great Mets player, and it's probably childish to hold a grudge like that. But that is one of the few perks of being a Mets fan, holding on dearly to childish grudges. I also hold one toward Tom Glavine for that final loss in 2007, and then seemingly not caring about it in the press conference afterward. Only Mets fans are torn over whom they dislike more, hated rivals like Chipper Jones and Chase Utley, or their own guys who let them down. Cough. Bay, Familia, Diaz, Harvey. Cough. Life as a Mets fan has completely colored my worldview. I'm in show business, and it's very speculative. Every venture is a gamble. It's very hard to get anything made. Even my recent show Brockmire took about 10 years to bring to life. There's many turns in the road in any project where things are in doubt. At the first sign of trouble, I'm always like, well, that's it, we're never going to pull this off. My partners often ask me why I'm so negative, pessimistic, and sure that the worst-case scenario is inevitable. Because I'm a Mets fan, I yell. Then when they laugh, I yell, I'm not kidding. My son is 11 years old, and I'm only half joking when I say that I moved back to New York because I wanted to raise a Mets fan. I feel I need support in my old age in this avocation. I can't face it alone. I have more than a little guilt that I made him a Mets fan. About 3 times a year he comes to me and says, Dad, are you sure we can't be Yankees fans? I tell him I'm quite sure, but I feel his pain. But I also tell him that it does make the wins sweeter. The fact that they are way fewer and further between for us Mets fans. The 2015 season was euphoric and delightful. It ended sadly, but along the way it featured years of built-up misery getting released. I don't know that fans of the Yankees, New England Patriots, or even the Golden State Warriors have the same kind of joy that Mets fans get when the team does well, even after just a good month, never mind a season. I feel the Mets have to earn my watching a full game in real time. I will start out the season by watching only the first 2 innings in full. I want to get a feel for the team and hear what Gary Cohen, Keith Hernandez, and Ron Darling are saying. I don't like watching an opponent score on the Mets. It upsets me. So I will watch the game about an hour delayed off a recording and fast forward when the other team is batting, unless I am really curious about how Noah Syndergaard or Jacob deGrom or whoever is throwing. I don't even watch the Mets at-bats in real time. I just wait until there's a runner in scoring position. My method condenses watching the game to about 90 minutes, but even that version of viewing is born out of being a Mets fan, out of just being so depressed for so long over horrible losses and collapses. Lord knows we have seen enough of them. There's been much talk about how New York comedians are often Mets and not Yankees fans. There's kind of an underdog, self-deprecating mentality to loving the Mets that I suppose lends itself to comedy. I honestly don't know which came first, meaning, was I sort of a semi-depressive type and thus the Mets appeal to me? Or did becoming a Mets fan contribute to my being sort of a sad sack? It's probably a little of both. But if comedy is born from pain and being misunderstood and feeling outside and like an underdog, well, let's just say that